Comparatives, Part 1. Comparaciones. Let's have a look at these sentences. This office is bigger than yours. Esta oficina es más grande que la tuya. Notice that in English, we are using ER for comparisons, bigger than, and in Spanish we express the same thing by using the word más, more, que, which is the equivalent for than. So in Spanish we would say more big than. This office is more big than yours, literally. He's taller than his brother. By following the same logic, we would say es más alto que su hermano. Literally, word by word, he is more tall than his brother. That's how we make comparisons in Spanish. In English, there is a similar structure, which also uses the word more. For example, she's more intelligent than her brother. Ella es más inteligente que su hermano. What you can see here is that with longer words, English tends to use more than, but that doesn't affect Spanish in the least. In all cases, in Spanish, when we make a comparison, bigger than, taller than, more intelligent than, we use the same structure. Más plus the adjective or adverb, in some cases, que. He's more hardworking. Él es más trabajador. And we can see that if we don't have anything after that, if we don't have like more hardworking than his brother or someone else, well, we don't put que, of course. Now let's have a look at these sentences. I have more than 100 friends. If we follow the previous logic, this should say tengo más que 100 amigos. However, we will see that it says tengo más de 100 amigos. What's going on here? In Spanish, when we have a number, instead of translating the word than as que, we translate it as de. Tengo más de 100 amigos. She needs more than 50 pesos. Necesita más de 50 pesos. Again, a number is following, so than is translated as de. More people than I thought hate Juan. Más gente de la que pensaba odia a Juan. If we pay attention here, in this case, what's following de is a clause. A clause is really a sentence inside a sentence. So we see that when a clause follows the word than, in Spanish, that is translated as de. Más gente de la que pensaba odia a Juan. He has more computers than he can use. This is a clause. This is a sentence inside another sentence, inside a bigger sentence, which is following the word than. So in Spanish, we would express that as tiene más computadoras de las que puede usar. So the rule, when a number, like in these cases, or a clause, a sentence inside a sentence, follows than, like in these cases, numbers following than, or clauses following than, this word than is translated as de. And even more sentences. I have fewer than 10 Facebook friends. In this case, we are not saying more, we are going the opposite way. Fewer than. Tengo menos de 10 amigos en Facebook. You can see that the same rule about the numbers apply. She needs to drink less coffee. Necesita tomar menos café. He has fewer problems than his sister. Tiene menos problemas que su hermana. We have fewer computers than we need. Tenemos menos computadoras de las que necesitamos. As we saw before, when a number or clause follows, than is translated as de. So in short, if we need to compare, the rule is this. For ER, than, in Spanish we say más que. For example, he's taller than I am, es más alto que yo, son más bajos que ella. When in English we say more than, Well, in Spanish there is no difference. We use más que. Es más guapo que Juan. Es más inteligente que yo. He's more good looking than Juan. He's more intelligent than I am. If in English we want to say fewer than or less than, in Spanish we translate that as menos que. He has fewer problems than you do. Tiene menos problemas que tú. Es menos elegante que Alejandro. He has less charm than Alejandro. However, when a number or clause follows, than is translated as de. We have fewer than 10 days. Tenemos menos de 10 días.